And Lily, and I'm going to be talking about 10 different tips to help you launch your e-commerce business. Now, you can follow along to this presentation that we'll be going through here at m360.ead8. Again, that's m360.us/EAD8. So let's just dive right into this. First thing, I love to start these with a pretty cool quote. This one I found from Brian Eisenberg. And it says, our jobs as marketers are to understand how the customer wants to buy and help them do so. And really, I think that's a lot of what we're going to be talking about here today. Our jobs as marketers are to understand how the customer wants to buy and help them do that. Obviously, that's our goal, right? And if you are thinking about launching a brand new e-commerce business, or you are a little bit more established and you're just looking to get more out of your marketing and more out of your website, then let's keep this in our minds this whole time. Our job is to understand how your customer wants to buy, and then let's help them do that. All right? So let's go ahead and jump right in. We're going to be talking about 10 tips on how to launch, or if you're established, on how to optimize your e-commerce presence, your e-commerce website. So moving on to our first slide here, step number 1, you're going to decide what you sell. Now, this is one of those situations where if you already have an established website or already have an established business, you may feel like this doesn't apply to you. And let me tell you, it still does. This really does apply to you, because you may be carrying products and you may be spending money or time on marketing those products, and they're not good sellers. You may have found in recent years or even in recent months that your sales are going down, right? This is a great time. Take this time to start thinking about what you sell, what your brand is, what that means, and what your customers are actually looking for, right? Now, if you're just getting started, you got to start really high level. Are you drop shipping product using maybe Overlow or AliExpress, something like that? Are you manufacturing product yourself? Is this something you invented, you created? Are you reselling? If you've got a distributorship or an agreement with another company and you are the reseller for that. Or are you warehousing? Are you buying product either from shows or in bulk, or manufacturers, you're actually warehousing it? Could even be warehousing it off-site, maybe at an Amazon warehouse, something like that, and selling it that way. So you have to decide who you are. Now, you can kind of mix these, right? You could mix drop shipping and reselling. You could mix warehousing and manufacturing. You can mix all these things together, but you kind of have to understand what you're starting from. Now, I would not recommend trying to mix these immediately, right? You don't want to be trying to figure out where you can warehouse $10,000 in product you just purchased, while you're also trying to figure out how to manage your drop shipping channel. Start with one. All right, you can grow. This is one of the great things about an e-commerce website as opposed to a retail space, because you can just grow as necessary. You can add in more lines. You can make immediate changes to the inventory that you're working with. This is highly valuable because you don't have to know absolutely everything up front. Now, if you do have a retail space, then you've actually got a little bit of a different conundrum. Now you need to find out how to get your products online. How do you decide which products you're going to get online? It may not make sense to put everything on your website. The shipping could be astronomical for really heavy products or something like that. You may find yourself in a situation where there's additional fees to ship certain types of products. Maybe it's a chemical or something. So those are things you want to keep an eye out for. But if you have a retail store, I would suggest start by getting your products, the products you want to sell, up there first. Then you can start to augment that with additional lines that maybe you can't carry in the store, but you have access to, either through distributorship or perhaps drop shipping or something like that. But really, I have seen people that they sign up for Overlow or they sign up for AliExpress and they just start selling literally everything under the sun. And I would highly recommend that you not do that. It's much better for a website to be to live in a niche and stay in its own lane than it is to try to be all things to all people. We already have that. It's called Amazon and its biggest competitors, Walmart, eBay, things like that. You don't want to have to try to compete with those guys for everything. If you're competing on all fronts, then you're not able to really focus in on what matters most to you and your business. So I would highly recommend that you start to choose the channels and choose the products that mean the most to your customers. That way you have something to build your foundation on. You have something that your customers can grab a hold of. They know if they need a certain kind of product, they can go to you. They don't have to troll through Amazon or eBay and worry about the quality. They can get it from you. So first step, decide what you want to sell. Let's move on to the next one. Our second step is to decide how you're going to compete. Are you planning on competing on price, availability of product, the quality of that product, the service that comes along with it? How are you going to compete here? Now, a lot of people would immediately say, well, I'm going to compete on price. And to be honest, I don't really recommend that. You should go out of your way to make sure that your pricing is in line with what people expect. It's in line with what other people are charging. You don't want to be 10, 20, 40% over everybody else. But if you are trying to win the price battle, you will get beat every time, because guess what? There's always a bigger fish. There's always someone who can get better deals than you, and they can run you out of business by just beating you on price. So be thinking about that. You're never going to compete with the companies that have millions of dollars in advertising spend and a lot of leverage to throw around to get things that you can that you share, or things that you're buying. They can get it at a much better price than you. So I don't recommend necessarily trying to compete on price. Stay in line with the pricing, but don't try to compete on that. Now, availability. Maybe you, because you've chosen a niche channel to be in, you have a wider selection or a wider availability of product than maybe somebody who's just drop shipping everything under the sun, or a business that doesn't really specialize in that. Availability can be a fantastic way. One, not just to augment your current availability if you have a retail store. You can carry a lot more products that are in line with what your customers expect, but that availability means that people will continue to come back to you for what they're looking for, right? Now, the next one I think is valuable is quality. One of the biggest complaints you hear about people that buy from Amazon or even on eBay or Alibaba or things like that is the quality of the product. And there's a lot of concern about companies that will take a picture of a very high quality product, and they say this is what you're getting, and then when you receive it, it's not that. It's a knockoff. It's an off-brand. It's cheap. Just a cheap reproduction, something like that. So quality is definitely something that you can compete on, especially if you're buying directly from the manufacturer, you're warehousing, you have retail space. Dropshipping is a little harder, and you need to be a little bit more picky about the people you dropship with or the channels you choose, because you can have an issue ensuring quality. And then finally, the last one is service. Do you have live chat, or do you have customer service lines? Do you have you don't have to go through the phone tree, or you've got emails, people that you respond back to email within an hour or something like that. Service can definitely be a way to set yourself apart if you're selling the same or a similar product to maybe a big box website or a big box store. So decide how you'll compete. You have to pick your product, decide how you're going to compete, and then step number 3, which is our next slide, is choosing the correct platform. There are hundreds, possibly even thousands of different e-commerce platforms out there. You can get anything from something directly out of a box to spending $100,000 and building something from the ground up. Unless you're Walmart or Amazon or have an extreme need for a custom website, there's no reason for you to spend a ton of money on rebuilding something. You don't need to build something on Magento or spend a lot of money on Drupal or things like that. We recommend, and I recommend, looking into these 3 platforms here: Shopify, WooCommerce, and UXiCommerce. Now, all of these are going to have different features. Now, every e-commerce platform is going to have something different about it, something that makes it a little bit different. So a quick breakdown on these. We love Shopify here at Marketing 360 because of its ease of work. It's really easy to work with, and it has an enormous ecosystem of apps. You can just continually add services and add features to your Shopify store because of all these apps that exist out there. Now, a lot of them are free. You can utilize free apps. Some of them do cost. Maybe they have a monthly cost or a one-time cost. But for a decent amount of them, they are highly, highly worth that. So Shopify makes something that is very easily expandable. And obviously, we can build high-quality themes on these, great responsive themes on Shopify. Now, WooCommerce is a little bit different. WooCommerce is much more customizable. Now, with Shopify and their theming system, obviously you have some restrictions, right, on where things lay out and the sizing of different things, such like that. Maybe even how the shopping experience, or the shopping cart checkout experience even works. Now, WooCommerce has more functionality that way, but that does add a layer of complexity. There can be some more complications, maybe a bit of a steeper learning curve. And for some of these, apps that are widely available on Shopify may be less available or have a cost associated with them on WooCommerce. So you kind of want to balance what those look like. And finally, UX eCommerce is a e-commerce system that we built in-house, giving the Marketing 360 team really complete control over what we're trying to accomplish. So we like to look at UXI as a fantastic opportunity to just expand the design of what you're looking at. So if you have a website that just needs unlimited design capabilities, and you want to spend the time on that, then that's something that you can look at there, because UXI doesn't have the thematic constrictions that you might find on some other platforms. Now, each platform will also have things that maybe aren't as great about it, but that really depends on what your value is and what you are looking to accomplish. So we can spend hours talking about the benefits and the considerations that you want to be thinking about when choosing your platform. Just do a little bit of research. These are the three that we like to work with quite a bit. It's what we really want to focus on. This really seems to work best for, I would say, 95% of clients. So Shopify, WooCommerce, and UXI, that'll provide us a lot of value there. So let's move on to our next slide here. Now we've chosen our platform, right? So the next step is to develop a conversion-based website. You don't want to settle for just absolutely terrible design, right? This is going to be one of the places that it's really the first thing your customers see. And especially if you're just starting out, if you are just launching your e-commerce business, the last thing you want is for someone, a potential customer, to come to your site and look at it and go, I don't feel like I could be the first person to buy from this site. I don't trust it. I don't think there's value here. I don't think it's going to be any good. Developing a conversion-based website moves beyond just designing something that looks pretty, right? A conversion-based website is going to be something that you are continually growing and editing and focusing the energies and the efforts of the consumer, again, making it easy for the consumer to buy or to take the action that you want. So if we jump to our next slide here, this is a really great example of a highly optimized product page. Now, I stole this from Converse, and you can see here, obviously Converse has spent a ton of money on their website. You don't have to, because we can take all of the tricks and tips here, and we can apply these to the landing pages that you're working with. So, if we start at the top there, right above, that's the SEO title: Converse, Chuck Taylor, All-Star, Core, Ox. That's what people are searching for. That's how they're searched for it. So that's the name of the product. And then obviously down at the bottom, you've got high quality content, such as the title, learn more information, get more details, things like that. You can also see they've got high quality pictures and video, which is extremely important, because as we move forward in this webinar, we'll talk a little bit about the marketing, and high quality pictures are incredibly important for that. Additionally, they have a lot of reviews. And a lot of reviews obviously build trust. That's that social proof that consumers are looking for. The more proof they have that this is a good product, that people like it, and they like the experience with you, the more likely they are to actually purchase. And then finally, we've got trust badges. And the trust badges here, the examples are ships free, and then they've got the fit survey. 61% say it's true to size, 92% it's true to width, things like that. These trust badges can be anything from where it was manufactured. Maybe it's made in the USA, right? Free shipping, 100% money back guarantee, satisfaction guarantee. One trust badge that I love to see on any forums is a little padlock, and then maybe something on there that says we guarantee your privacy, or we will never sell your information and we won't spam you, stuff like that. Those are trust badges, right? They're things that people can hold on to and believe that they're true. So this is a fantastic example of what a product page really should look like, right? And the more time and energy you can spend on something like this is going to help you convert and optimize. So let's jump over to our next slide here. We said we were going to talk about this, and now we're going to. This is step number 5. We've decided what we're going to sell, how we're going to sell it, what platform we're going to use, what site we're going to, how it's going to look, and now it's time to invest in our search engine optimization and our pay-per-click marketing. Now remember, people buy from people they know when it's convenient. Okay, so you have to be in front of them when they're searching. And I have an example here, and you can pick your own example. Just go to Google, type in a product that you're looking for. This one is pink shoes, right? So you can see the very top there, those are shopping ads. Now, this is really easy to set up on Shopify. Shopify has an app that helps to create this feed and pulls all the data and the information, the pictures and whatnot, so you don't have to do it manually. Some other platforms, you may have to manually create a feed like this. Totally doable. You know, they'll help you along steps along the way, and Google is pretty good at understanding that as well, the manual feeds. But here we can see the shopping ads are on the very top, and then that little box below it, that's a text ad, right? Now, if you'll notice, 4 of the 5 there, you know, we've got DSW, we've got Macy's, Zappos, DSW again, and then if you notice the text, not the text ad, because that's Nordstrom, and Nordstrom doesn't show up in the product ads. In fact, you barely even really recognize that as an ad. But below that, we've got Macy's, we have DSW again, so we've got 3 spaces on here, and then we've got Zappos down there a little bit on the bottom. You know, we've got Nordstrom and Dillard's kind of hiding in there. But neither one of them have anything in the shopping ad space. So if you're here looking for something, DSW has really got this nailed in. They've got this figured out because they have a lot of real estate. You know, they've got 2 ads up front. They've got 2 organic listings. This is due to an investment in their search engine optimization and pay-per-click. Now, it's one thing if you come in here and you're ranking organically. Now, that takes time and it takes energy and an investment of time and talent. But if you're looking at this and you're shopping, where's your eye drawn? Well, it's drawn to the images, drawn to the high-quality images. So this is why you want to spend some time in ensuring that your product images are excellent. White background, easy to see, clean, descriptive, pricing that's in line with other people, you know, things like that, because all of that information is right here. It's right here visually for someone to see. And if they click into shopping, they'll get even more details and more information about the product and what your offering is. And if you've got discounts or coupons, you can see, you know, we've got a 27% price drop on Macy's, a special offer for shoes.com. Everyone else is offering free shipping. You know, so this is a really good way because you can play with the big dogs on this one. You know, PPC is a pay-to-play game, but if you do it right, e-commerce is the great equalizer. Anybody can sell anything at any price as long as they are optimizing their site and their customer and user experience for better ranking. And the better off your site is and investing in a marketing platform, then you will start to see that that's where a lot of your traffic is coming from. If you build out a site, you spend all this time and energy on it, and it's gorgeous, but you're not investing in the marketing, you have a billboard in the desert. It's just like a retail store, and you know, the foot traffic, what used to be going right past it, and then the roads got changed, and now the highway is over here. You know, you got to make a move. And you can't just exist because you exist. You have to invest in your marketing. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about this, you can go to marketing360.com/start and actually go through a process of beginning to build out your own marketing plan. There's no cost to do that, but this will give you an idea of different channels to work with and what you should expect moving forward. So marketing360.com/start, start to build out that plan there. Let's move on to the next step. This is still included in our marketing, but this is kind of a secondary step to focusing on SEO content and PPC. This is retargeting, okay? So when people are looking to pick a brand or to buy a product from a certain company, 97% of them will, 1, research between 3 and 5 other brands before deciding to choose one. We've also seen that the statistic matches up with this, is that 97% of people don't choose to take the action that you're looking for. They don't choose to buy the first time they interact with your brand. So I would encourage you to do this. If you haven't been to marketing360.com, go to marketing360.com. You'll start to see our ads all across the internet, all the different places that you go. In fact, if you've gone to Amazon or you go to any big retailer lately and you clicked on a product, you'll probably notice, especially on Facebook, you'll start to see ads for that product. That's retargeting. All that is it's making sure that this is top of mind for you, right? It's in front of you. It's reminding you. And the great thing about retargeting is that if it's set up correctly, it can be multi-device also. So I look at something on my laptop here in the office. You know, I go home and I grab my iPad and maybe I'm surfing while watching TV or something like that. I can still be retargeted on that device, not just the laptop that I was looking at things on. It's wonderful because you can do research on one device and then totally forget about it. Boss walks by, right? You shouldn't be shopping online. You go home and you've totally forgotten about it. And now you see the ad again. It reminds you. That's retargeting. You absolutely have to set this up. There's no reason not to, and it's not all that difficult, to be honest. If you set up your own AdWords, you can do this. You can set up retargeting on Facebook. If you have your product feed created, you can do dynamic ads so that the product actually shows up. All this stuff. If you need help, let us know. We love doing this kind of work, and we love managing the marketing for our clients. So we're happy to help. But if you're going to do it on your own, if you're going to bootstrap it and go at it yourself, make sure you are doing retargeting, or you are just letting people, you're bringing customers in and then you're letting them go. All right. Let's move on to our next step. Now, this is step 7. This is your online reputation and reviews. Not necessarily something you can focus on in the very beginning of launching your site, right? This takes time, and you have to be in business for a bit for it to really kick in. Consumers compare reviews on products and companies and services and everything. We just saw that 97% of people will research between 3 and 5 different brands. Now, we also saw on our earlier example of the website is that reviews are highly valuable. And in fact, they've got a pretty good featured spot right there on that site. So if you don't have positive reviews and ratings, you're missing out on a big competitive advantage. In fact, one statistic based on some research that we found says that 87% of shoppers won't even consider buying from a site that doesn't have reviews. So how do you get reviews? How do you get reviews for your products or for your site, for your company, anything like that? You've got review opportunities on Google My Business, on Yelp, Facebook. There's plenty of places for reviews. We like to recommend Top Rated Local. It's free. You can sign up for that for free, and it gives you a modicum of control over your reviews. Especially as you start making waves, there's potential for competitors to leave negative reviews on your platforms, right? There's not much you can do about it. God forbid somebody leave you a negative or a false review on Yelp. You're out of luck. There's nothing you can do. You have to hope that their algorithm will catch it, but let's be honest, it doesn't do a great job of that. So Top Rated Local allows you to challenge reviews that may be negative. Now, if the customer is able to come back and prove that they did indeed do business with you, well, you can take this as a learning opportunity, still communicate with the client, fix or resolve the problem, and then give them an opportunity to make a change. Okay. Otherwise, if it's a negative review and they can't prove what kind of that they were a customer of your business, well, then the review gets taken down, and that's all automated and it's free for you. Now, one of the things that we like to do, because people say, well, what if I'm asking for reviews, I have a real risk of getting negative reviews? Well, yeah, you do, right? And sometimes that negative feedback could be good for your business. You want to receive that, and you want to give people a reason for being heard, how they get heard. So send them an email. How was your experience with us? We get a little example here. Thumbs up for good. All right. Well, if it's good, then excellent. We're going to be able to send them to the review platform that we're looking for. Now, if it's a negative review, they click thumbs down, then that way it just takes them to a form on your website, and they get to give you feedback right there. So if we're able to give them give you that feedback and give them the opportunity to kind of feel like they've been heard, right? That's what they're looking for. They're looking for someone to be able to hear them and listen to them and understand them. And then that way we're able to fix that, fix anything that may be an issue here. All right. So let's move to the next question here. This is step number 8, and videos. Videos build trust. Okay. Now, we've talked about this all the time, and we love to talk about it because videos are near and dear to our heart, but they build trust online. All right. And it's one of the quickest ways that you can explain a product or a service to a new customer. You can explain who you are. You can have an about us. You can show off your business. One of the most popular types of categories on YouTube is unboxing, right? So this could be even an opportunity to expand into that influencer marketing and try to get an influencer on YouTube or Instagram to take your product out of the box. What's it look like? What's my experience? How does it work? Do I like it? Do I not? How does it feel, right? That's one of the biggest complaints about people buying online is they can't tangibly interact with the product, which is why unboxing and videos in general are so popular. It's a lot better than just a static 2D image. You're able to actually, pick something up and rotate it and look at it and, kind of break into it essentially, see if it's quality or not. That's what people are looking for. And videos are your number one salesperson, right? It's quality, it's consistent, it doesn't ever get sick, doesn't ever take a break. You can sit back and take your time, create the perfect video, your perfect sales pitch, and then let it go. Add it into your marketing programs, add it into your retargeting, add it into your PPC, put it on your site in different places, put it on your social media, which we're going to get to in a second, and let it run. It never takes a day off. But you've taken the time to craft your perfect pitch. So you've got your message where you want it 24/7 across all your different channels. So videos build a lot of trust here. And if you're getting comments or interaction on them, be sure to respond as well. There's a lot of value in making sure that that happens. So videos on every one of your product pages. Don't just stop with one. Do a video for all of your products, especially your best sellers or maybe high value, high margin products that maybe they're not selling as well as they could. Add a video. I guarantee you're going to see an uptick in your conversions. So let's move on to our next slide. This is step number 10. I promise you we're going to talk about social media. It's one of my passions. I love social media, and we're going to talk about it here real briefly. 79% of Americans use Facebook. So congratulations to those of you that aren't using it. You're the last ones here, kind of holding out. But 79% of Americans use Facebook. They're on social media. And here's what's even more important is 57% of consumers say that social media influences their shopping habits. Now, this isn't just saying that the big box stores, Target or Best Buy or Walmart are seeing a huge increase in sales because of their social media presence. In fact, for a lot of companies like that, they're seeing quite the opposite, because it's very easy for a small business to jump into social media and do it well and do it effectively if you take the time and the energy to do so, right? 80% of users follow at least one business on Instagram. And even more interestingly to me is that 50% of US millennials they use Pinterest every month, and 63% of those say that Pinterest helped them discover new brands or products to buy. What a fantastic opportunity. You could spend advertising dollars on every one of these platforms, and you should consider adding that into your marketing mix. But to start, every one of these is a free platform to work on. You're expanding your sphere of influence, you're expanding your reach, and a decent amount of that can be done only with an investment of time and talent. Invest the time, invest the talent into great designs and great copy and great content, things like that. And then social media is an equalizer to everybody. Everybody has equal access to it. All brands, all businesses, they all have equal access to users, right? Facebook only allows a certain amount of reach, and it's the same for everybody. They want people to pay to play, and once you've built a foundation of content, you can do so, and you can see great results from it. So the next step, step 9, social media. Now let's move on to our last step here. This is step number 10, all right? This is to use a CRM and email automation. Now, for those of you that don't know what a CRM is, a customer relationship manager, it's a software that organizes your leads and your clients and tasks and data, and it records all of the information that's associated with it. So for some people, maybe you aren't recording really anything, right? You're not keeping track of who your best customers are. You're not keeping track of who's buying what kind of product. All of these things can be tied into a CRM so that you can dive into what your customers are doing. You can create sales processes. You can track the lifetime value from each of your marketing channels, which is just incredible. If you find that you're getting more value from this channel than that channel, guess what? Marketing is all about doing more of what works and less of what doesn't. So that needs to be a focus there, but you need to have some visibility into that. You get to spend more time with your customers and less time on follow-up because of the automation and the things that can be built in that way. Increase your sales by improving on your inefficiencies, saving you time, engaging with your customers quicker, more often. And one of my favorites is that you can create and you can manage automated emails, which is very, very powerful. Now, the CRM itself is entirely free. We built it here at Marketing 360. It's free. It's free for life. There's no upcharge for that. You can sign up signup.mymarketing360.com/register. Or if you're following along on the slides here, you can just click on that link. It'll take you right there. Now, if you want to upgrade to additional services, you want to add in email and you want to add in marketing services and things like that, we're more than happy to help you. We'd love to have that conversation, and you can start that conversation at marketing360.com/start. Now, we do have a couple of additional resources, some other videos that we've done. We've got a couple of links here on this next slide. We've got 12 tips for e-commerce marketing strategies. So this is a great thing for you to look at to really dive into the marketing side of things and different tips you can use to refine what that marketing looks like and really focus in there. We also have a video which is 10 tips to a highly convertible product page, where we really dive into the product page example that we gave earlier and kind of break those things apart. And then finally, we've got another video which is 7 different ways to build your digital presence. And this is talking about growing your digital footprint and growing the reach of your website. So all of these videos and more can be found on YouTube. We create as many videos as we possibly can each week. At least 2 or 3 are coming out with a bunch of new tips, a bunch of new strategies. So again, if you want to follow along or you want to get a hold of this presentation after the video, it's m360.us/EAD8. You can check out our YouTube, youtube.com/marketing360. And if you want to learn a little bit more about the marketing programs here at Marketing360, you can go to marketing360.com/start. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. We try to do these webinars every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. These are live. If you do have questions or you'd like us to cover other videos, do different types of tips, you want us to dive deeper into the strategies, please leave us a comment. We always take a look at those. Like this video, share it, send it to all your friends, and if you need anything else, just let us know. Again, my name is Brandon with Marketing360. Thanks so much for watching, and happy marketing.